Ken from Miniature Wargaming Warriors, and today we're just bringing you another contrast video with the Japanese infantry this time. It's the first time I've attempted to paint this model. I'm just going through references I've seen online. It's going to be painting with the contrast paints, so without further ado, let's go try and get stuck in straight away. And the first colour I am going to use is for the boots, which is GORE-GRUNTA-FUR. So let's get in. Using my trusty brush as usual. Just trying to get the first bit out of the way so you guys can get a better look at the model. This first bit, when I've got to hold it at this angle, is always a bit of a nightmare, but all we're doing literally is we're just putting this straight on the boots, and we're going for like a brownie sort of effect. A lot of references I've seen it seems more this colour than more of a strapping leathery colour. Alright, so there's the boots. So I'm going to go and try and do the helmet. Okay, so I'm going to do this in, it's going to be the green, so it's like a darky sort of green. So I reckon Creed camo would be best for this. And I reckon, let's see how the first coat goes on. Could be alright with just the one coat, possibly. Just depending. We might try two in a minute. Yeah, let this dry and then try second coat. So it's had time to dry now, and I think it's still a bit too light, so second coat. So a second coat on it now, and yeah, I think that'll do. If I still think it's a bit too light at the end, I'll put a third coat on. But yeah, for the minute, I'll call that bit done. Right, so the next bit I'm going to do is with the AGGAROS dunes. This is pretty much going to be most of the uniform all over the model. So I'm going to just pick somewhere to start and just start slathering it on. I'm going to try and avoid getting it on the webbing, because that's going to be painted in a different colour as well, so just going to try and avoid that as much as I can. If I spill some on there, it's not too much of a drama. To be honest with you, I can go over anyway. We'll go over because it'll just be easier. Because you can, I guess, leave it with you don't have to paint the webbing a different colour if you don't want to. It's up to you. I'm doing it because it gives a little bit more depth to the model. But we're coming on quite nicely now. So just trying to make sure I get it on all his jacket and stuff. So this is the first Japanese guy I've actually painted up. Like I said before, I don't try these out. I'm just gonna make sure I get underneath, around the back. I'm just painting around that. This model was kindly donated by my friend Elliot. You can have it back obviously after I'm done with it, but he was kind enough to lend me this, because I don't own the Japanese army. I know he's in the process of painting his Japanese guys up at the moment, and they're looking pretty cool. Be good to see them on the channel. Just getting in there with the uniform now. Like I say again, this is the majority of the model, so just making sure to work it inside that in a bit with his thigh. Okay. Looking pretty good. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Right, so next colour. Let's go with the next colour now. Let's try the flesh. So for the flesh, I'm going to be using, DARKOATH flesh, sorry. And this is what I'm using for all my Eastern flesh tones. So I'm using this colour because I'm using Guilliman flesh for the others. So this one is going to be my Eastern one, just so there's a bit of difference. Like I've said in the past, any we get overspill, we can always come back over with the Wraith Bone, because that's what this model is primed in. And just do neatening up phase. I'm not going out to win awards with these models. Just want stuff that's going to be on the table and looking half decent. So at the moment we've done both hands and we have done the face. So let's let that dry a little bit. Right, so the next colour I'm going to use is Cryo Brown, and that is going to be for all like the webbing. So let's start on the back. And also I'm going to be doing like the water bottle in this colour as well. Quite a nice brown, to be honest with you. Quite dark, but it dries nicely. Right, here's the top here. That is in a brown. So I'm going to do that brown as well. Make sure to get underneath and around the sides. You don't want to miss any. So underneath around the side there, we've also got this, you know, the actual belt itself. So we're gonna make sure we get in there. It's quite good with this because it will just cover, like, because it's so dark, it covers a lot of the other colours. So you do have to try and be careful. Like I messed up there a little bit. And it's got on the uniform, so I'll have to let that dry and then retouch it up. Right, so the next bit to do is going to be the rifle. It's going to be painted exactly the same as all I do with all my other rifles. I'm going to do the main rifle stock is going to be snakebite leather, and the metal is going to be Basilica grey. So I shall crack on with that now. Let's do the Basilica grey first. I am finding doing the grey before the actual rifle is a bit easier because it's easy to pick out the metal parts. But again, this is all coming with, I've painted quite a lot of contrast miniatures now, and it's coming from a bit of experience now, which is I'm actually getting a bit of experience. Alright, so got a metal bolt there, top of the receiver, I think that's what we call it, receiver anyway, is there. Because these don't, I think they've got an internal magazine, so I think they hold like 5 rounds or something like that. So yeah, there's the grey anyway. So far, there's a little bit there. Right, now we're going to come in with the old big boy, the snakebite leather. If there's one thing I've learnt about these contrast paints, being neat, it's quite hard. So I just find be a bit messy, and then you just go in and neaten it up afterwards. 90% of the model that you're painting's okay, so just go in and neaten it up. Just remembering to get inside there. And also the back of the stock on the rifle. Try not to forget that. Just making sure get the right angle. Right, and then look at the bottom, make sure your coverage is good. Yeah, that's looking pretty good for me. So basically, just looking at the bottom here, making sure it's pretty good. And I'm quite happy with that so far. So let's put that back down. Okay, I've only got a couple of colours left now. So we've got black Templar to go on, and we've also got to do the rifle strap. I'm debating what colour to do that in, to be honest with you. I might use cryo or brown again, because like I was telling you, I've not done this, I've not painted this model before. So I am looking at some reference art, and it seems to be the same colour as like the webbing. So which makes sense. So let's paint that in the same colour as well. So I'll go with the brown here, nice and straightforward. A little bit at the front. And just making sure we get around the back. Yep. There's the rifle strap. And this is rifle strap, and then it should just be a case of a bit of black Templar for the other bits and bobs. So like the top of the water bottle, I'm going to go with black Templar, and I'm also going to do that on, I think it's the bayonet sheathing, so it's like a black colour, so let's try that. Black Templar is such a good colour. I've said this many a times. Right, so that's the black Templar. Okay. I know this model's modelled with glasses, but I'm not going to bother. It's extra. You can do that. You can go in whatever colour you want. But yeah, that's pretty much all done. So let's have a round up. So yeah, there it is, all done. Just to get an army on the table again. This is my take of the Japanese infantry. You know, not claiming for it to be exactly perfectly historically accurate to the colours, but you can field an army of these quite easily. And yeah, get yourself started on them. So yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it's been a bit of a while since I had one of these contrast videos out, but be sure to check out our Facebook page. It's linked in the comments below, and see you again soon.